SRM Institute of Science and Technology and chairman of ICAME 2018 organizing committee and honorable invited keynote speakers and many attendees. I'm very honored to be present here. Usually I travel frequently to abroad to attend international conferences and some meetings every year, but India is the first time to visit. Actually, India is a country that I wanted to come very much, so I'm more pleased. First of all, I'd like to many thanks to Professor Murali Subramanian of SRM ISD. He received his PhD in Korea, and he worked a lot of research with me, and he has done many researches with me, and then he has done many achievements of papers and patents. Actually, I could come here because of his efforts. Thanks again. Mainly, I work for Korea Research Institute of Standards and Science, like National Physical Laboratory of India. And I'm a professor of Medical Physics School at University of Science and Technology. My main major is on ergonomics, but my research scope is very wide. And my recent research focuses on medicine, especially in the area of preventive medicine. As you all know, the world is changing rapidly, and science and technology are also making a radical development every day. Usually, it's important to develop our own measure, but we need to accept and fuse new trends in the future. I have been doing a lot of research with companies as well as the government. So I'd like to share my research experience with all of you. I also want to see, learn, and experience many things here in India. Now, I'm extremely curious about everything in India. I do not know if my curiosity will be met for a short time. I need your help a lot. Finally, I'd like to congratulate the second international conference on advances in mechanical engineering, and I wish this ICAME 2018 to be successful. Thank you very much. See you again.
Much to Professor Prabhu and all of his colleagues for inviting me to attend this conference. In a very beautiful country, very beautiful campus you have here. It's a pleasure to see everybody here today. So, just in my own lifetime, I've seen the face of the world change very significantly. It's easier nowadays for me to travel from one place to another, be it on the road or by air. I can possibly expect to live longer than somebody who lived the same life as me maybe 50 years ago. My computer has developed enormously. If I look back when I was a child, a computer was something which I could not possibly ever foresee having. All of these things, basically every aspect of my life has been developed in no small part by advances in mechanical engineering. So biomedical engineering, aerospace engineering, automotive, etc. The one thing that all of these fields of engineering all have in common is materials. Everything is made from something, okay? And this astounding rate of progress that we see amongst us, around us every day for our lives, is in no small part due to better understanding of how materials work, how we can use them, how we can modify them, influence their behavior, etc. So that's really created me a very interesting career. So as introducer just said, I've spent the last 13 years working on materials characterization. I've learned a lot about materials science. Lots of things I could never possibly imagine. And so, as it's already been said, tomorrow afternoon I'll be giving a few short lectures to introduce the world of nanometer and micrometer scale mechanical property testing, so we can really see what happens inside materials, and then use that knowledge to apply it to particular applications, to make better products, to make our lives more comfortable, make our lives more prosperous, and hopefully improve the world around us in some small part. So please do come along tomorrow afternoon, 1:30. Join me for 90 minutes of short talks, which I hope will be interesting and educational to you. I think the registration is still open for this session. Professor Prabhu will be able to advise on this. And once again, thank you very much for this fantastic opportunity.
One ICAME. So, thank you for the nice words. As well, I feel honored to be here at SRM. It's the first time here that I'm in Chennai, but what I see, I'm really impressed. And so, but first, again to the Honorable Chancellor and all you special guests here, thank you a lot. And I want to invite you for my presentation on Saturday and tomorrow afternoon at the Bureau for International Relations. What you will hear from my presentation, that is about robots, but I'm talking about industrial robots, so really some huge machines. We have in the last years realized access to the robot from India, for example, for the students. This could be as well students like you. This means that students, we have 8 partners, 8 colleges and universities, and those students, they have to access to a robot in Germany. I know that you have as well 2 ABB robots, so we use as well ABB in Germany, and so we bring this robot into the classroom from those Indian colleges and universities. This could be something for you. As well, we offer an exchange program which has a length of 2 weeks, and the students participating first they have 1 week in India, like ARAI, this Automobile Association, and then you come to Germany to a place like our place, our institute, or to other partners, and there you stay at 4 days. After this, you go to the Mercedes-Benz plant or to Volkswagen. For the lovers of sports car, there's as well the possibility to go to the Porsche Museum, which is really very nice. And last but not least, there's as well a social trip to Paris or Brussels, something like that. In my presentation as well, we have now a new program, what we just offered now in Telangana and AP. That is that I personally will work with you together for 2 weeks to develop a robot gripper. So a mechanical gripper, like a 2-finger gripper, and we will together design it, create it with 3D printing, with CNC, then you assemble it, and then you program the robot. And then we have different work pieces for every group, and this means that you have then with the robot and the gripper which you have developed, that you will move this work object. Further, we are now in discussion with some official government officials from AP and Telangana. They want us to run a mechatronic center for the students which have already or just made their bachelor. And it is something, like a course, but very industry-oriented course for 2 months, maybe 3, it depends a little bit, where you get then special learning what is really required for industry. Because we all know as well, I had the same experience when I studied in Aachen, Germany, that the professors, they really do the very, very best what they can, but it is still somehow, it could be more oriented to what is required in industry. And to bridge this gap, we are now in discussion with the official governments. So about all this, I will talk on Saturday. So please, everybody who is interested into robots, as well the newest trends in robotics, you're all invited. Na Andri.